Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Johnny, and today we got a new Pokemon game reveal, which is going to be Pokemon Legends ZA, which is going to take place in the Kalos region or in Lumiose City from Pokemon X and Y that you guys are familiar. So, one cool thing about this game is that it's going to be developed again by Game Freak, which previous games have been developed by Game Freak in the past. And one interesting information that we got from the Nintendo Twitter is that the game will be entirely set in Lumiose City. So a reimagining of Lumiose City is probably going to be the main area of the game. I'm going to assume that they're going to really expand on Lumiose City and they're going to make it into a fully fledged city. Which means that it's going to be as big as any open world, or maybe it was going to be as big as any map that we are used to seeing in the Pokemon game. So it's not going to be small. Think about it as if you play different games where like Batman Arkham City, for example. They made a whole city for Batman, so that might be the whole city for this Pokemon game as well. It's just going to be expanded upon. It's not going to be small like in X and Y. So they're just going to expand it and make it more lively. So as you guys can see, I think this translates to urban redevelopment plan Lumoy City. A vision of a beautiful coexistence between Pokemon and people. Alright, so what they mean by that, I would assume, is that this already takes place after the Great War, and maybe they're gonna redevelop the city or make the city or something like that. Um, and they're coexisting between Pokemon. So that means people are already probably battling Pokemon and stuff like that, and they just coexist and going into the Pokeball and everything. So one thing that I found really interesting in this trailer is that they sketched out like the whole city. So I'm going to assume that they're expanding. They're showing the amount of expansion through the city. Now this logo right here, I really don't understand what this logo is for, in my opinion. But it seems like it might be something new, like a new game mechanic or something as well. As you guys can see, where you can see this Pikachu's perspective, I feel like this is what they're trying to show off. Kind of like when they do game designs, they do like these sketches, and I feel like this is what they're trying to do. The amounts of the city is just going to be pretty big, as you guys can see. And there might be wild Pokemon as well in the city as well that they can capture, but what it seems like, just showing the immense city that's going to be. It's not going to be a small city at all. Um, which that might disappoint some people because some people are used to going to the wild areas or stuff like that. I personally don't mind because the wild area sometimes tends to be pretty empty, in my opinion. In some games they don't really um, they look lifeless in some games, and I felt like that was a problem in Legends Arceus X and Y and Scarlet Violet. It was just lifeless, in my opinion. So a full city of redevelopment would be pretty cool as well. So as you guys can see, it just shows the level of detail they're going to do with this. They're just probably trying to make it as big as possible as they can, and probably as accurate description to the real life Paris. So it just looks awesome. As you guys can see, the buildings, there's so many corridors that you're going to be able to go through, so it doesn't look small at all. And every area might be a big area, kind of like Legends Arceus, where you had different areas to go. As you guys can see, I counted like 5 different circles here: one, two, three, four, five. And if you look at every circle in each area, it looks like we're going to be able to go to those areas. So I'm going to assume there's going to be 5 big large areas in the Lumoy city in itself that we will be able to travel throughout. um, Personally, I don't think we're going to be going on the outskirts, but anything may happen. I mean, it would be kind of, they would have to do a lot of stuff for the outskirts, but I'm okay with just having Lumiose City a good area here as well, where you can go to several different locations. We're definitely gonna be getting Z and A. We're gonna be seeing Zygarde stuff, and as well as, I don't know what the A exactly means. We might see something new or interesting there. But it's definitely a Pokemon Legends games, which kind of follows Arceus as well. And we're getting back our Mega Evolutions, which is something that a lot of people, well, kind of want it back. Mega Evolutions is definitely back, and that's something that we all missed. So they're kind of listening to fans now about Mega Evolutions. Um, so it's pretty cool. And they might add new Mega Evolutions in there too. So we might be seeing a lot of new Mega Evolutions. There's nothing wrong with going back to the classics stuff that was in the past. There's gonna be waterways, so I'm assuming we're gonna be able to capture. And I don't know what kind of Pokemon that is. Is it flying over there? Yeah, I don't know what kind of bird that is. Or it might be one. I don't remember what its name. But yeah, it looks like the city is going to be the main thing, and we might be even be able to go into the buildings more. We might have locations where we can actually visit inside more, like temples or stuff. Who knows? But the outside does look empty, so I think they are going to mainly focus on the city. So let's go ahead and read the websites, what they say. Maybe we get some more information on the game. We didn't really get that many information. We didn't get that many gameplay or anything or what. A new adventure awaits within Lumiose City, where an urban redevelopment plan is underway to shape the city into a place that belongs between both people and Pokemon. Okay, so yeah, it kind of they're kind of stressing the fact that this is going to take place in Lumiose City. I really don't care if it's just in Lumiose City. If they make it really big and expanded, and they have a lot of content in it to do, I think it's perfect in my opinion. I know some people are going to complain about it, but that's pretty much all of what this says. It doesn't really show any more information other than that it's going to be in Lumiose City. All right, so yeah, there's not really that much more information on the websites. Basically that's all the stuff that they're really confirming that it's going to take place in Lumiose City. So don't expect it to be entirely being able to explore completely Kalos. So one thing that I wanted to mention that I was really many people may think Lumoy City might be small or something. One thing you gotta take in mind, there might be the catacombs. If you, I don't know, in France they have like catacombs in Paris or something. Um, so there might be an underground to the city as well, not just the top of the city. We might be able to go underground. It would make sense if they were to add it a little bit. I think if there's not that much space to do in the city, but they could also add the catacombs. Not necessarily something they have to do, but they could do. They could add the catacombs as well, make it like rock type Pokemon or ghost type Pokemon down there. That would make sense as well. So the catacombs will be interesting. And yes, this symbol right here is kind of interesting as well. Kind of looks like the Great Weapon or something of its sorts. I may be wrong though, but hey, either way, I'm good with it. So, as you guys know, Legends games usually take place like years in the past. So, I wouldn't necessarily say this one is too modern, but it won't be too old either because you'll be able to go somewhat into the past. Because the city looks like they're building it and it looks pretty modern to me for the most part. And we see the different Pokemon. So it'll be interesting how they integrate the different capturing different mons. I feel like they're going to have like parks uh, require for different ones, and they're just going to fit them in there. There's definitely going to be a lot of exploration in the water where you'll be able to capture different Pokemon. You guys can see Gyarados there, and just different mons everywhere in the location. So this will be definitely interesting. I'm really excited. I think taking it a step like making the whole city just if as long as you don't have to click by different commands, if you can freely explore the full city on your own, I think that would be pretty cool. Um, I just hope they don't do it like kind of like an open world thing, but within the city. I think that's 100% fine. We've seen a lot of RPG games in the past where they have open world cities, and trust me, the scale will be big. It won't be like something small that you're used to. So if it's just being in Limoy City, it's not like it's going to be a small city. It's going to be a big expanded city. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and let me know what you think about it.